Okay, this is one that I'm probably going to go off on a tangent on. Why are agency management system reports so flipping hard? You either need an MBA in rocket science or I don't know. Every system runs differently. We've been so blessed to partner with different vendors for the top three management systems, Hawksoft, Applied Epic, and AMS 360 to get the best practices. But it's a lot of it really boils down to three things. It's the download, it's your data entry, and it's the report filters. And sometimes getting those reports to be accurate means you might have a problem with all three. So what you need to be focused on is we can no longer use it as the excuse of it's hard or use the accounting reports. The accounting reports do not tell you what you need to do to run a business, people. And ultimately, a lot of agencies don't want their team knowing some of those numbers. So how do we communicate clearly? We now need to bite the bullet on reporting. And we actually have in this new course I keep talking about, our Q4 course, Plan and Execute, How to Build Your Agency Success Roadmap. We have guides for Epic, AMS 360, and Hawksoft on how to get key reports. So we actually list out several reports. We need book seasonality, so you know what's going on. Equal work distribution. Does everybody have equal work, or is there anybody who really does have a lot higher? We've got activities because we want to see, is everybody equally logging, and what are the common activities? What can we trim down, automate? What can we do to keep getting those down? Overdue. We should be able to weekly predict how overdue people are. In fact, clients that work with us, we do this daily so we can keep an eye on it. And the idea is that, when we do not want people over backlogged. And so if we're going through a little spell, we got to deal with it. If it's more of an ongoing thing, we got to deal with it. We also want to see new business and closing ratios. We want to see the retention rate, which, by the way, that's the retention rate report in every management system is always like solving a Rubik's Cube in the dark is easier sometimes. But you have to make the commitment to understanding it so that you can get the best numbers. It takes time. We want to see your book of business growth every year. We want to see why people are leaving. There's cancellation reports in there, and you have to go back and encode the reason because the download will wipe it out. But we need to start tracking why people are leaving and start attacking that number. We want to see the source of new business. These are just some I'm throwing out there, and we've got them all mapped out in our course, what you need. And if your agency is not on any of the systems I mentioned, that's okay. Our workbook on this course will allow you to call up your management system and say, I need this, and get it from them. So we believe in empowering. You cannot build a plan if you don't have numbers. You cannot build a plan if you can't measure it. And so this is why it's incredibly critical to get that information. And that's why we built a whole section on it, had these trainers go write it for us so that you out there could, for very low investment, $500 during our launch period until October 31st, get even how to run these reports with videos and from a third-party perspective. So make sure you check it out. But reports you are going to need them to build your plan. That's just the way it is.